The political party launched by Mumbai attack mastermind Hafiz Saeed is all set to release its manifesto today. The Milli Muslim League, a political party spawned by the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, had won a legal victory of sorts when the Islamabad High Court had in February struck down an order passed by the Election Commission of Pakistan rejecting Milli Muslim League's application to be recognized as a political party. The chief of Milli Muslim League, Saifullah, has said that there are no further legal hurdles against the party by Hafiz Saeed. It will release the manifesto later in the day today. Earlier, the Interior Ministry in Pakistan had opposed the recognition of Milli Muslim League as a political party on the basis of a security report stating that it would, quote, unquote, breed violence and extremism in Pakistan politics. In the month of September last year, in the prestigious by-election for the Lahore's constituency, which fell vacant after the ouster of Nawaz Sharif in the Panama Gate scandal, the Milli Muslim League had fielded a candidate who had contested as an independent. The candidate, Yaqub Sheikh, had secured over 5,822 votes. The MML chief Saifullah has made the intentions of the party clear that it will be fielding those candidates who have pledged their allegiance to the Kashmir cause. And to give us more details on the story, I'm now joined in by Mohammed Saleh, our correspondent, live from the newsroom. Saleh, you know, this is, of course, again, fanning a very extremist party owned by, of course, a UN-designated terrorist, Hafiz Saeed. What could be expected out of their manifesto today?
Absolutely, indeed. We expect the manifesto to, in fact, come out in some time here, Akanksha. Now, what this also means is this is a point of inflection in Pakistani politics. So far, the sort of parties which have been heading, in civilian governments in Pakistan, be it the PMLN, which is headed by Nawaz Sharif, or also the other PPP, which is now presently headed by Asif Ali Zardari, these are predominantly civilian parties which have been heading Pakistan whenever there is a civilian government. But with Hafiz Saeed floating this party and there being no legal hurdles, remember, this is essentially mainstreaming an extremist ideology. We have not seen this happen in the past. We know for a fact that the ISI, the Pakistani military, and also some of the parties may have used, agents such as these extremist agents to try further their agenda. But this is different. What will happen from here on is actually extremely difficult to predict. Remember last September when there was a by-election in the constituency which was vacated by Nawaz Sharif after he was disqualified in the Panama Gate scandal in the Lahore NH 120 constituency. Milli Muslim League at that time had not been recognized as a political party. They had fielded their candidate Yaqub Sharif, and believe it or not, he had actually come out with a fairly good number of people who had cast their votes for him. He came fourth in that particular by-poll. Now, elections are slated in a few months' time from now in Pakistan, and Milli Muslim League coming on to the center stage is actually something that is going to have long-term ramifications as to how Pakistani politics will be conducted. Let us look at, in many ways, Hafiz Saeed being mainstreamed is, there are different conflicting reports which have come through. One, military wants to mainstream elements such as Hafiz Saeed and bring them into the mainstream to drive forth their agenda a lot more easily. Although one may say that, Nawaz Sharif, when he was there, and Shahid Abbasi, when he's presently heading Pakistan, that these are, effect sort of leaders who do not have much say in running the affairs in Pakistan. The fact of the matter is, many a times, army and the civilian leadership have been at loggerheads.
Right.
And what Pakistani military establishment, the deep state, if one could so put it, is by mainstreaming these extremist elements, are trying to get their work done, essentially planting their people in the civilian governments to push forth their agenda.
Also, Saleh, we are talking about the mainstream extremists now entering the political arena with, the Milli Muslim League coming into the political arena. How do you think this could actually impact the entire scenario in Kashmir?
Right. Now, that's an interesting question because fundamentally, if you look at what Saifullah, the man who's heading the Milli Muslim League, has said, He has said only those candidates who have pledged allegiance to the Kashmir cause. When he talks about the Kashmir cause, he's essentially talking about fundamentalism, violence and bloodshed in the Kashmir Valley. And these are the candidates which the Milli Muslim League wants to field in the forthcoming elections. So, they have not hidden their intentions. Now, last October, November, when this party wanted to seek recognition from the Election Commission in Pakistan, one of the Interior Ministry reported said that, look, if we were to mainstream then what we are essentially mainstreaming is violence and extremism and a certain ideology that is counterproductive and something that isolate Pakistan much further in the international community. Now, how this will play out in Kashmir is anyone's guess, considering the fact that we know that Jamaat-ud-Dawa, the organization which is run by Hafiz Saeed, and also the Lashkar-e-Taiba have been fairly, very, very active in the Kashmir Valley in fomenting the violence, in, whipping up these separatist sentiments in the Kashmir Valley. So it remains to be seen as to what in fact plays out here and how successful the Milli Muslim League actually is in getting the vote base in Pakistan.
Right. Thank you, Saleh, for giving us all those details on this news story.